Good morning and welcome back to another moment of hope with Upward Transitions. Today our special guest is Clayton Miller. He is a donor engagement account executive with United Way of Central Oklahoma. Welcome, Clayton. How are
Good
you this
morning.
morning?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Things are pretty busy over there with you guys getting ready for the centennial. Is it pretty crazy?
Yes, it is. It doesn't get much crazier than all the efforts going into raising funds for Central Oklahomans right now, to be fair. It's definitely our campaign season, our silly season, but we're definitely all up for it. This is our centennial year. So we've had 100 years of history to kind of reflect on, and having all those inspiring stories definitely keeps us motivated. We can look back on a lot of success, and that helps us set some really ambitious goals. So we kind of do it to ourselves in a way. We always want to set those ambitious goals because, we do kind of feel there's never too much we can do for our community. So perhaps rather than saying it's pretty busy, I'd say it's pretty exciting over here. Lots to do.
I love that attitude. Yeah, I like the point that we do it to ourselves. You guys do it to yourselves, but the reason you do it is so important. You guys help so many people and so many organizations with so much in Oklahoma City. It's just incredible.
Right. We're in a very privileged place to be able to see and meet some of these people. And so those faces, those interactions that you get, those drive the ambition, drive the desire to do more and spend those hours. So yeah, we are in a pretty good spot, but looking forward to this year's campaign.
Well, tell us a bit about yourself. How did you get into nonprofit and what brought you to United Way?
Sure. Yep. I was born and raised in Mustang, Oklahoma. So Oklahoma through and through. Went to school at Oklahoma City University. And like a lot of people, it was at that time that I kind of found my purpose in life. And that's very much working for my community. My journey has kind of always been to make a living in order to work for nonprofits, or to, work for nonprofits in order to make a living. So it's kind of been a balance of working directly for organizations or finding work that allows me to have the time and financial freedom to be able to give back. So I was kind of thinking back about that journey, and honestly, it's been over 20 years, I think, when I first started really kind of getting involved with groups in Oklahoma City. So it's a kind of crazy way to be thinking about all that. In terms of United Way, connecting with the great folks here, that kind of journey began. One of your kind of typical pandemic stories, was looking for something to change, decided to go back to school and get my master's in nonprofit management. And it was kind of during that time that I was out on Taco Tuesday and happened to run into a friend getting tacos as well. And we had worked together like 15 years ago in the nonprofit sector. And so long story short, they were happy to have me come work for them again. And, I couldn't be happier to be back working for someone, I respect, having good people around me. So it's really been a good fit all around since coming to United Way.
So thank you, Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. I still remember that place and try to stop there often. It's you never know who you run into in Oklahoma.
That's true, especially on days where there are free tacos or extra tacos.
Oh yeah, it brings the people together.
Well, I wanted to talk to you today about the Emerging Leaders Program. Mm-hmm. Are you a part of that, or have you been in the past?
Yeah, I would love to talk about the emerging leaders. I'm kind of the staff component at United Way. Yeah. So our emerging leaders are our group of young professionals who are affiliated through United Way through their giving. So as you've heard me mention, this is our 100th year. So part of that reflection has been looking at what we can do for the next 100 years. And our emerging leaders, our young professional group, is a major part of that. They are that next generation of leadership donors who are looking to grow in the community.
So what is the program? What is that? What do they do?
Sure. So as a group, we kind of gather our professional networks, and we do a lot of behind the scenes learning through our partner agency tours and social hours. So we will, contact one of our partner agencies, gather as a group, and we go behind the scenes doing tours, typically with someone from their leadership team, getting to see what their donor dollars do on the ground, getting to see some of those faces that I was talking about being privileged for me to be able to see and for me to be able to interact with. Interaction and participation in this group is a way for regular citizens, regular Oklahomans, to connect with our partner agencies. And then a big part of that is also the networking aspect. So we'll do these tours and we'll go for a social hour afterwards. But beyond that, we have lots of other opportunities that this group gets to participate in because, like I said, they are young professional leaders. We now have emerging leaders who work for emerging leaders who work for emerging leaders. It's been a group that's been itself in operation for over 20 years. So those kind of networks allow us to invite former emerging leaders or other major leaders in Oklahoma City to come and provide some insight at lunches for leaders. Or in October, on October 24th, we'll actually have our evening with execs. And this year, being our centennial year, we are inviting some of those former emerging leaders as leaders in Oklahoma City to come and share some of their insights and how emerging leaders has helped them. So we do a lot of that kind of stuff. We'll also in December have a Christmas gala for senior citizens. So it's another way of us interacting with our partner agencies who get to work with seniors, and we'll have a fun little holiday night, serve coffee and food and give out gift baskets and socks, lots of fun stuff. They go crazy. They love dancing. That was so much fun. Just dancing with all the seniors. Couldn't get enough of that. So we get to do lots of fun stuff like that. And that's just kind of a portion of our calendar.
Well, what you mentioned, lunches with leaders, what does that entail?
Yeah, so like this year, mental health is obviously a major topic and has been for some time. And so what we did for this year's lunches with leaders was again, connected with some of our partner agencies that work in mental health fields. So those with the insight and experience and just knowledge to help us navigate that field, as we continue to focus on that more and more as a society. And so they came and sat down for a luncheon. We served food, and we just got to hear some of their tips and tricks on, what they do and what they would recommend to help maintain a good work-life balance. And I will say one of the key insights that they provided us was to get involved in your community. It's a selfish little plug, but it's also backed by the leaders who see that as a way to maintain good mental health.
Well done. So it's like you get lunch seminars almost to some degree. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll do that. And the evening with execs is kind of a similar setup. It'll be more leadership focused rather than kind of a societal issue focused, but it's again another opportunity to kind of learn from some of the best leaders that Oklahoma City has to offer.
It sounds like there are a lot of benefits from being in the program.
I certainly think so. And to hear some of our emerging leaders who have been involved in the group speak about our organization, they are some of the most inspiring stories and kind of helps keep me motivated because kind of meet them and hear about how they've connected with various friends, how it's helped them grow professionally. The people, it's really the main reward.
Well, are there any prerequisites? I mean, what qualifies someone to be part of the program?
Sure. So we do say young professionals, so it's kind of geared towards the 25 to 40 something, but I always say that I don't really keep a date of birth column on our roster, so young at heart works for us. Then it is a donor group, so we do ask for donations of $500 or more, but that can be spread out through payroll deduction or however which way that is combined with a spouse or a partner. However which way you meet that $500 goal allows you to participate in our group.
And how does someone volunteer or sign up to be part of the group?
Sure. So the best way to kind of find out that base level information, get signed up, would be to go to our website, unitedwayokc.org, click Get Involved. If you're interested specifically, like in our emerging leaders group, then you can find out more and join the website, join through the website as well. My email should be below my name as well, emergingleaders@unitedwayokc.org. Those will all route you to me so I can kind of plug you in, get you our calendar, and show you what's coming up next.
And do people just show up at it once they've signed up? They just show up at events?
Yeah, so we'll send out reminders. We send out a calendar at the beginning of the year about what's going to be coming up for the whole year, and then as soon as you join, you'll get added to the roster and start receiving updates. So the next one you would expect to receive is October 24th, our evening with execs. So yeah, get signed up and you can come join us for that event.
That's awfully close to Halloween.
I know. I'm still trying to see if we can't get costumes involved somehow. Definitely get signed up so you can get that update. I'm going to be pushing. I'm very pro costume around Halloween time, but we'll see.
Me too. I think that would be hilarious. That would be one for a lot of pictures.
I agree, right? You know, it'd be fun. Maybe come up with some sort of Emerging Leaders United Way theme, all for a themed costume group.
Ooh, the wheels are turning.
They are. Going to have to get our group to work.
Well, how does someone donate to help with United Way's projects or just to help the Emerging Leaders program? How do people donate, and do they donate to specific funds?
Absolutely. So I would first recommend, maybe check with your employer. That we have hundreds of companies that are rallying their support together right now. Like I mentioned, this is our campaign season. So for the next couple months, we have some really dedicated efforts going in towards securing donations to help empower our 53 partner agencies that we have in Oklahoma City. And if they don't have a rally going on, then feel free to contact me. I'd be happy to help you guys get one going so that you can leverage that impact even more. If you're looking to donate directly, certainly our website, unitedwayokc.org, and click the donate button at the top will allow you to make a direct impact as well.
And I just have to say this. I say this every time I have someone with United Way on, and I actually say it even when you guys aren't around. When you donate to United Way, you are donating to all of Oklahoma City in so many ways. Upward Transitions is a partner agency with United Way, and we didn't make it into the original by 2 years. We're almost 100 years old. We've been with you 98 years, but Oklahoma City is very unique. And yes, we're Okies, but it's not a biased opinion. We get this from other cities like Chicago and Detroit and Los Angeles. Their nonprofits are not connected the way that we are here. They're just not. They are not looking to each other for help, helping others. We are here, and it is because of United Way that we're like that. All of us are partner agencies with United Way of Oklahoma City. And if someone comes to us and we can't help them, we know someone who can, or United Way knows someone who can. And it makes such a big difference in Oklahoma City. And I think it's reflective of our culture and the kinds of people we have here. And it's all centered at the United Way. So when you donate to United Way, you are donating to all of us. So keep that in mind.
I definitely, see us as, fundraisers for our wonderful partners, but internally, we also very much see ourselves as conveners, in as much as, we ask for donations and we're trying to empower these groups. Just having such incredible partners that we can bring together, the work that you all do collectively, specializing in what you guys do, and then being able to reach out to one another, and those combined efforts are really what makes a difference. It really does take a village. And, we say it all the time that we have some of the best partner agencies in the nation, and we do believe the ability to convene the best and the brightest in Oklahoma City and, make that apply that towards helping empower people, not giving just a handout, but a hand up, and like seeing people really thrive. They're going through difficult times is, it's so incredible to be involved in that kind of work and to have incredible partners that are so good at it, like you all. It really makes the fundraising part a lot easier because we can just, put you guys out there, show the amazing work that you all are doing, and that's really the difference maker.
Yeah, I think one of the things that's surprising probably to a lot of people is that ever since the pandemic, a lot of the people that we're finding in crisis and with need are professionals, people who have lost their jobs and just don't happen to have a support network. Not everyone does. And they need several United Way partners to help them get on their feet. And it's people that you worked with yesterday that didn't keep their jobs. So it's not just, people that some people might judge as always being in need. It's everyone. Yeah. So it's important work that you guys do.
Thank you. It's incredibly close to my heart for reasons we won't go into for this interview, but it is something that can happen to all of us any time. Hardships are not things that we plan for, and certainly we are gifted with various levels of support from our community. So there's just times when people need that help, and knowing that we have groups that we can direct people to, getting to again, tell you all stories is just why I've come to United Way, to circle back to kind of my journey and, what brought me to United Way. It's just getting to see what you all do. And if I can be close to that, if I can, help empower you guys, then that's where I want to be. And that's the work that I want to do. So it's just so fun to get to work with you all and see what you guys do every day. I'm excited every time I get to go on a tour, every time I get to go with our emerging leaders somewhere. It's always worth the time. It's always worth the effort.
I think that's a perfect place for us to end. That was just so well said.
Thank you.
I want to thank everyone for joining us again today and ask you to please come back and join us again next week. And remember to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and soon TikTok. And follow United Way and go check out their website and learn how to get involved. It's very worth it to you and the rest of Oklahoma City and all of Oklahoma County, in fact. So we'll see you.